Hey guys, Wyatt here, and today I'm bringing you another Farming Simulator 17 video. This one's going to be concentrating on tutorials. I thought it'd be a really good idea to run through the tutorials so you guys don't have to, and maybe we can learn a thing or two along the way together. I've seen lately, on the internet, different forums and pages and things, people asking questions about pigs and other aspects of the game. And it got me thinking, even I don't know the answer to some of these questions, and like I said, I thought it'd be a really good idea that we could run through these together, and hopefully you guys will find these useful, because that's what I want it to be. I want it to be useful to you guys. So these do take normally about 20 to 30 minutes to run through, and I've trimmed it down as much as possible so it's as informational as possible. Okay, so we're starting off the tutorial with a JCB fast track. It gives you everything you need. And I won't read out all of the tutorial information that comes up on the screen. I'll just kind of debrief it and just tell you in my own words type of thing of what it means. So yeah, it gives you a Joskin trailer. You can only hold like 9 animals in those trailers. And obviously we're going to just pull up next to the livestock market within the area. And as you can see there's like a ramp there coming off the side of the building. Now, I did try this out before I started doing the recording, that you can actually reverse your trailer up that ramp and you will still be within the area to bring up the menu to buy your animals and things like that as well. So for those of you that like the whole realism thing, it's a really nice thing that you can just reverse up there and you kind of got the feeling of your animals coming down the ramp into your trailer. Now the prices of the animals are actually quite expensive. That is something I have noticed, and I know a few other people have noticed as well. It's 3,000 for a pig, 4,000 for a sheep, 5,000 for a cow. So it's going to be interesting to see how much we're actually going to make from the animals when we sell them back, once the animals start multiplying, shall we say. So we got all the little piggies in the trailer now, and what we need to do is take them to their new piggy home, where they're going to be living their very happy piggy lives. Okay, so we're now approaching the pig farm. This is where the pigs will spend the duration of their life, depending on where they go, slaughter or back to the livestock market. And this is the area where you unload and load the trailers, and obviously it's just coming up with all of the instructions on the screen. I'm playing on the Xbox, so it's just left click on the stick. I'm going to guess that it's pretty much going to be the same sort of thing on the PS4, clicking the left stick to unload the trailer. So we're going to just offload all 9 of the pigs. Okay, so in this section it's to do with feeding the animals, and it gives you a brief description of what sort of things you can feed the animals from, grain and various other crops. Pigs are not really fussy, so we got some grain and canola and potatoes and things like that they're giving us. I think some of it's wheat and corn as well. So, and it all goes in the same area. It all goes in the same trough. There isn't separate troughs for each type of feed. So I mean, obviously, if you haven't got you know, all of the stuff in your silos to be able to make it up yourself, you can actually buy pig feed from the store. I think it's under the pallets section in the store, but pigs are the only animal that you can buy the feed for from the store. You can't buy feed for any other animal from the store. I'm not quite sure what the reason is. Maybe because they're easier to cater for, I don't know. But if you pick up the pallets and you put them inside of a trailer, I think it just turns straight into feed, and it kind of fills the trailer up with the feed. So then you just back it up to the trough, and then you just tip it out into the trough, and then you've still got, like, you know, a load of big feed in the trailers there waiting, so you've got a constant supply of it. So it's totally up to you how you want to play the game. You can either make it up like this, or you can just buy the feed where it's already mixed up for you. So I think it's really nice as well that, you know, now we've started feeding the animals. You know, the animals have all come, you know, trotting over and started sticking their heads in the troughs. You know, because that's the sort of thing that would happen in real life as well. You know, the animals would, you know, they would recognise the farmers. They would know when it's feeding time. You know, and they've all started running over and feeding. You know, which I think is a really nice feature as well. You know, the animals have got some really nice textures on them, and you know, like I said at the beginning of the video, that, you know, console players have not really had any experience with pigs, so it's kind of like a new feature for a lot of farming veterans alike. PC players have had some experience with mods in Farming Simulator 15, so they are probably going to be a bit more wiser than console players. So that's kind of what gave me the idea for doing this video. Okay, so now we're moving on to watering the animals, and it does explain in the tutorial that regardless of how much feed you feed your animals, it's no match to water, basically. So if the pigs have no waters, if the pig has no water to drink, then you know, you're going to start coming back and finding dead piggies lying around all over the place. So, and you know, another thing that I would recommend is that if you are speeding up time to, say, like 120 times, for example, you really do want to keep an eye on, you know, the animal's productivity, because, you know, the animal will consume water and food at a much faster rate if you do speed up time as well. So, you know, you really do want to keep an eye on their water and stuff like that. You know, and if they've got no water, then you definitely want to get some water to your animals ASAP. Okay, so we've got the Joskin water tank, and we're filling it up here at the water tower. Now, I think these water towers are purchasable from the store under the placeables category, and, you know, for those of you that would like to, you know, it would probably be a good idea, I suppose. You could buy those and place them, you know, at each area where, you know, your animals are living, sort of thing, if that's something you would like to do. Some people would like to do the drive, you know, they like to drive out a little bit, get the water and stuff. But 7,300 litres is a lot of water, and I'm probably guessing that's enough to feed, well, not feed, but to give all of your animals. But we've only got 9 pigs in here, so, and in Farming Sim 15, when you had a low amount of animals, they didn't take much feed. So, and the more you purchase, the more they would require. So I'm assuming it's going to be a similar sort of thing on FS17 as well. Okay, so this bit is to do with the bedding. So the straw blower is a new feature to FS17. I'm not sure if it was a mod at all on the previous farming sim on PC. But I'm almost positive you don't need to use the straw blower. I think you can just chuck bales in there and it just, I don't know, automatically, turns into bedding. I'm not 100% on that. It'd probably be worth, somebody testing it. Just save it, test it. If it doesn't work, then just reload it up so you haven't got a bale just kicking around in your pig pen. But what we need to do here is just literally, I think it says in the description of the straw blower is that it only holds 2 bales, but I think you can stick more in there. I think it holds round and square bales, and yeah, you just basically put them in there, drive round to the designated area, and yeah, just turn the machine on and it automatically starts shredding the straw and blowing it into the area for bedding. Okay, so cleanliness. This is one of the main questions I have seen on the internet. People asking how do you keep the cleanliness down, how do you clean your animals. Well, this is it, this is how you do it. You're basically just scooping up. Well, correction, a lot of people are asking how do you clean the pigs, and this is it. It's basically because the pigs are really messy eaters and they're throwing their food around everywhere. I'm not sure if it's going to be exactly the same with the cows or anything like that. It's definitely like this with the pigs. I think it would have been a really nice feature if they added something like, mucking out the animals, going in there with a telehandler or something with a bucket on it and just scooping out all the manure. Maybe it'll come in as a mod at a later date, I don't know, but I'm pretty sure the manure automatically just appears in the bunker. But this is how you do the cleanliness of the things. It's kind of, good in a way because you're kind of recycling food, putting their food back in there and it's not being wasted. And there you go, all done. And that's how you look after your pigs, guys. Hopefully the video was informational. Hopefully it was helpful. If it was, give us a thumbs up. Drop us a comment with your feedback. It's all appreciated. And I'll get another one of these videos out to you very, very soon. Bye for now, guys.